State lawmakers finally reached a compromise today to roll back the controversial House Bill 2 a little more than a year after it was adopted.
The Senate and House both voted today to support the agreement, and late this afternoon, Governor Roy Cooper signed it into law. Now, the law prevents cities and towns from making their own ordinances about whether to include gender identity and public accommodation protections. Now, Governor Cooper said he supports the measure, but he said there is still work to be done.
Now, transgender kids aren't subject to the horrible requirement and embarrassment that could put them in more danger of being bullied or preyed on.
Among legislators from our area, 3 members of the House voted against HB 142. Republican Chris Millis, Democrats William Brisson, and Deb Butler. Now, Republican Frank Eiler had an excused absence from the vote.
Despite the compromise, quite a few folks are not happy with the new law.
That criticism is coming from both ends of the political spectrum. WWAY's Dustin Dorsey continues the big story tonight. Now, Dustin, what are people saying today?
Amanda, the Democratic and Republican caucuses were split today when they voted to pass HB 142, much like the reaction of people here in our area. Many people think there was only one real winner today.
So I don't think anyone's going to be pleased with this solution. I think the NCAA ultimately is the big winner because they used their power to control our legislature to get something that they wanted.
House Bill 142 was supposed to be the compromise solution for House Bill 2, but it has conservatives in our area asking questions of who it's helping.
I think many people are going to walk away somewhat confused. The people who don't understand HB2 may be pleased.
The same questions are coming from the left. Members of the LGBT community says it simply doubles down on discrimination, particularly on transgender people.
There's nothing in this world worse than being discriminated against, whether it's based on your skin color, whether it's based on who you love, whether it's based on how you identify. There's nothing worse than that. And if you don't understand that, how do you have a right to even vote on that?
Leslie and Jeff Cohen are parents to 2 transgender children. They say people are now scared of trans people thanks to HB2. And HB 142 has allowed for no protections for them, and even prevents local governments from passing new non-discrimination protections.
I feel like it's like they made it illegal to put your house out if it was on fire, and now they've set our house on fire.
What's happened is my children's rights have been sold off to bring basketball back to North Carolina. And when I think about that, I just feel sick.
The question now, will the new law bring major college sporting events back to the Tar Heel State? The NCAA is set to announce the championship sites through 2022 on April 18th. Amanda?
Thank you, Justin. Now, Charlotte Mayor Jennifer Roberts has become a central figure in the HB2 debate. After all, it was Charlotte's non-discrimination ordinance that sparked HB2. This afternoon, she shared her thoughts on today's votes. She wrote in part, "Personally, I would like nothing more than a repeal of HB2, but this is not a repeal, nor is this a reset. This is a rejection of Charlotte's and North Carolina's progressive, inclusive values." Quote, "We are not HB2, and we are not today's false repeal."